squad. Every time you see it, what it, no, it's time
I got
now.
that check into golf. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the New York Giants. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. On first down, it's Watson. Underneath for Miller. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Down! Black 22! Black 22! Black 99 Philly!
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. It's caught inside the 25. A gain of 39 that time. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Richmond! Come back! Tiger!
On 1st and 10, Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Black 99 Philly! Two jet!
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Green the line. Green the line.
He'll get it up the middle. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Boston Scott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now the rookie first-rounder from Penn State, Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And got his man complete. Give him 30 yards there.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. But into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And here comes the Texans now. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running this with a wide receiver, Fuller. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Watson now to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead.
Okay, the highlights are going to show the guy throwing it, the guy catching it, and ended up in the end zone. But how about those big guys up front that allowed that to happen? He had a ton of time to throw the ball.
He did. There's 2 sides to that coin, though. The O-line was great. D-line not very good.
And as well as coverage, because now you're really stuck in a bad spot. That much time to throw the ball, someone usually comes free.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now it's Laletta. Over the middle to Beckham. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, Laletta. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The 4-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Here's Laletta. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now a play fake, and it's Laletta. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Well, now they'll try the end around. Got some room at the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Scott. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
You don't have to be a finished product to show some pretty good glimpses of what could be in this league, and we just saw an example of it on that nice run there. When I looked at him coming out of college, I saw a guy with raw, terrific ability. I couldn't wait to see how...
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now here's Laletta. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Faking the give. Now Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Here's Lauletta after the interception. Forced out to his left. And he lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, Scott. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They go play action here on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the 50, it's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Griffin. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup and even 40 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal.
Down. Who's waiting?
On the carry, this is Scott. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Boston Scott with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Lauletta to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So 1:51 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Lauletta now to throw it. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw, Lauletta. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
Reset.
They begin with a run by Miller. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Olivier Vernon in there to get him for a loss of 5. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
On 2nd down, here's Lauletta being chased out left. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap to Lauletta. To Barkley on the check down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 3rd and 1. Lauletta wants to throw. Flushed out right. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Russell Shepard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And now running right through it. So we have reached half. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Lauletta. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Riley Dixon now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Richmond.
To throw on second is Watson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And that will set him up in excellent shape. First and goal at the 9-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about that.
And my goodness, another interception. Read it well, and it's picked. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Black 99 Philly. Green 99. Green.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Come back, come back. Blue 80.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Throw left side taken in by Miller. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
To throw on 3rd down, Watson. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th. Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now, to be frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. After the penalty, it's Miller. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd down now, Scott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? He's going to get it running right. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On 3rd down, that's Scott. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Boston Scott, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Extra Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. New York set to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Here's Lawletta. And he finds Penny. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's close.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Houston, it's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Richmond. Tiger.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson flush to his right. It's complete to Hopkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
On 2nd and 10, Watson steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And Lawletta from his goal line here. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. That one goes for 36 yards. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his left. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Gone!
Lawletta looking to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Shepard. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now Lawletta on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. Now he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Rosas good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Past the 20, touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 96 yards, and the Texans will add on to their lead. A big-time special teams play here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Let's go. Green, 39.
Out of the gun, Lauletta. He finds Beckham complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Now here's Lauletta. Quick hitch, complete. It's Shepard. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Again, Lauletta. They shakes him off. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Open man right side is Ingram. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Lauletta back to the air, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Russell Shepard, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now Watson to throw on second down. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's Watson to throw on third down. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And this will get him all the way inside the Giants' 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run him now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Scott, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Boston Scott taking it in. And the Texans will extend their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Giants. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Lauletta to throw. Buying time to his left. He finds an opening past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
Here's Lauletta now on second, escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And Fowler's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. They'll fake the handoff. Now Lauletta. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And now it's second down.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg still. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Andre Howe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They go again with Scott. Despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. Thomas, the intended target. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kareem Jackson, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. And Watson's going to throw it here. He's going to take another shot here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And that will write a finish to this ball game.